What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, no, Arnie's not going to be here because he's probably over there playing bingo. Who else will show up? Oh, it's been a hot, long day. Let's see, where's Randy at? He's one of the first ones to type in the chat. There's like 2 people watching. But, yeah, I had to go over and see the city code enforcement guy. Unfortunately, he was in a meeting, so I couldn't get a chance to see him. So I've actually got a time set up for tomorrow. Hey, cool gamer. There's Randy. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I've got an appointment with the supervisor for code enforcement and try and get him to put his dog on a leash, and a short leash. I'm getting tired of this BS that I'm getting from the city right now. And I've had to call the court and everything today because paperwork I got from them, they only want to give me a 60-day extension to get that money paid. I'm going, I ain't got that kind of money, and I don't have the money to hire an attorney. An attorney would never call me back. So I'll run out of time. So I'm screwed that way. And if I don't get this straightened out, yeah, I'm going to be MIA for a while. It's not going to be a good thing either. It's okay. If that happens, then I just go file Social Security for permanent disability. Because I got to go and get the surgery done on my hand. And if that's not done soon, this would be permanent. But I got some wood and everything in the car I got to get out still. I'm working out the details for getting the stand and everything built for the other garage for my new toy. Still got to get back on. This weekend I've been doing some improvements on the solar system. I've got stuff coming in. Hey, there's Blake. The city's been after me because of my mom's car, and her car, we've not had it inspected, insured, or tagged and everything for about 3.5 years. She's 88. She's got bad dementia, Alzheimer's, and starting to get Parkinson's, and she's not able to drive it. Crystal drove it up to Oklahoma one time, came back and parked it. And it was like right before the inspection or the tags were expired. We just let it sit. Well, didn't need to do that because one, car is titled in my mom's name, okay? So don't need to worry about it. I had my truck at the time, both bikes, and my car. Well, when it losing my job, so there went the truck, it got repoed. The trike got repoed, so that left me with my car, which is paid off, and my white light, that's paid off. Got me another job and everything, so I've been back to work. Of course, now I've had the 3 surgeries, including 2 on this hand, which I'm fixing to go back in for a third one to fix something that the first doctor screwed up on. I might be finding an attorney for that. But no, the city's been saying that it's an inoperable vehicle because the tags are expired. They hit me up with 5 different violations, and I took it to court and asked them the questions about it. Judge still wanted to find me guilty. 7 different ones at $1,000 each. So they're saying I got to come up with $7,000 in the next 60 days. I've only been back to work for the past, what? I'm working on week 3. And come September is when I'm going to see about trying to get the next surgery scheduled for the hand. And Crystal was on the phone with them earlier today. Yeah, it's not good. And I haven't been able to find an attorney willing to talk to me about this. Of course, the times are, expired as far as trying to file an appeal. Plus, on top of that, yeah. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I asked them flat out several different things about it. And one thing I asked, I said, what's the city, county, state, or federal ordinance that requires me to have the tags up to date every year if it's not being driven on the street? There's not one. I'm not required to have tags on a vehicle if it's not being driven on the street. And of course, now I asked them, I said, flat out, says, when did the city send someone out to do an inspection on it to determine its inoperability? And they're going, we're not required to do that. Then how in the hell do you know if it's inoperable or not unless you do an inspection? All right, tags are out. How many people get a ticket for driving with expired tags on a vehicle? Okay, so if you're driving a vehicle that's got expired tags, does that make it a junk vehicle? Inoperable? I guess it does. I gotta get a tire on the car. I'm thinking about putting the damn tire on the car and driving it around town, see if I get a ticket for it. Or no insurance, no tags. Go, hey, so he's already found me guilty. This is an inoperable vehicle. So you must be lying. Because the code enforcement guy, he never could get the correct description. Year, make, and model of the car. He never could get that correctly. Plus, he said, with it parked in the driveway, oh, it's been in an unapproved paint booth. Where in the hell was it sitting in an unapproved paint booth when it just been sitting in the damn driveway? But here's my only problem. Hey, Indiana, appreciate it. But, okay, but here's the whole thing. I'm not the property owner. Legally, I'm not the property owner. Okay? That's my mom. It is still, according to the county and state, she is a legal owner of this property. I'm just a resident, just like Crystal. Randy, yeah, they're wanting to play games, and they're fixing. They're going to be doing the FAFO. Because, like I said, I've got an appointment with the county code supervisor tomorrow. And I'm going to show them the video that was taken 2 days after my court date, too. And I am so tempted about going over there and getting before that judge and just tell them flat, no, you're going to listen to me. I want to get in front of you. That's how pissed off I am right now. I want to try and screw me around. I'm tired of this BS. That's why I took that one video today, because they complain about my grass. Oh, did you see how tall their grass was? Yeah, they need to get out there and mow it also. No, I didn't. I just barely got a chance to finish eating before going live. But yeah, Randy, that's the whole thing. Is yeah, the city's doing FAFO, and kind of like that song by Alice Cooper. There should be no more Mr. Nice Guy. There should be no more Mr. Nice Guy. And Judas Priest, you got another thing coming. And right now, I know I'm calling Saturday. The city had to actually send some people out, and they found the problem in the sewer. It was backed up this direction. So they were out here and they got it all fixed and everything. So now I won't be having any sewer smell and backup on the corner lot over there. Another one bites the dust. But yeah, that's hey, there's Bill Beckett. Yep, I appreciate that, Blake. Yeah, that's the thing. He was like, I'd like to be able to move out to the country myself. I used to. Right now, land prices are not cheap. Hey, Bradley, how you doing? There's Uncle Mark. Oh, uh, I think it might be time, Uncle Mark, to start deleting some videos to try and get some memory and room and everything. Oh, that's not good, Randy. Now, here's one thing that I'm gonna try and get with I gotta get with the county on as far as tax office, because the way my parents, when they went up buying this back in '78, it was lots 3 and 4. Later on, they bought lot 5. 3, 4, and 5 is combined as one for tax purposes. But from what I understand, lot 5 is still separate on its own because it's never been surveyed to be incorporated into 3 and 4 also, which that's a totally separate property. Yeah, we had some major rain come through yesterday. Oh, and by the way, I know I didn't videotape it, but just give you an update on the wood chipper. I found the problem with it. It wasn't doing anything with the chipper head itself. It seems that when I mounted that charging coil, it was in a position to where it was hitting on the inside of the flywheel. So I repositioned it, and now it's not wanting to hit. So go figure on that one. Oh, that's not good, Randy. Randy, yeah, you need to send all that rain and everything up there to Uncle Mark. He can either have as the rain or snow. The snow would actually, he'd probably like that a lot better. Yep, 7 more. I'm getting there. That's why, I need everybody to make sure to hit that thumbs up, share this out. That way the YouTube algorithm will see all this and hopefully get it shared out more. I'm trying to get videos put out, but hey, it's hard to do that with this. And like I said, I'm supposed to be coming up with another surgery. Yeah, Uncle Mark, I've been trying to, but since March, I really haven't been able to because I had all 3 surgeries, and that's kind of had me down where I can't do anything. because up until the beginning of May, I was limited on what all I could do because not only the carpal tunnel, but the two surgeries on the right hand and then the hernia. That's what had me down the most because I couldn't pick anything up over 7 or 10 pounds. But I've got, things, I got, matter of fact, Wednesday's supposed to have something coming in for the other garage, dealing with the solar system. I'm actually upgrading. Um, I've actually done some changes already. I'm waiting on one thing right now. But I'm going from 12 volt to 24 volt. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, Uncle Mark. But the only problem is, like I said, right now, after seeing that other orthopedic hand doctor, she saw the problem with my index finger, and that's why I'm needing to see about scheduling another surgery to have her go in there and fix the problem. And what I'm hoping is when she goes in to fix this, maybe she can be able to get in here and undo some of the scar tissue from that tendon that had to get repaired without having to cut here. Maybe, if she's able to come in here, then somehow get something to be able to go in there and cut that away. I don't know. That would be helpful. Then all I got to do is worry about the index finger. But now that right there, depending upon when I can get a chance to get in, determine what procedure has to be done. If that bone fragment is still viable enough, maybe I can use my finger later. If not, what she said is going to have to be done is literally fuse this joint right here to where it will not bend at all. They'll bend right here and at this joint, and that's it. But I'm trying, I've got some ideas. I want to get a couple of things built from the backyard, but one, Mother Nature's not been cooperative. And second, I haven't had, but haven't been able to physically be able to get out and do anything really. It was that second week I was back to work. It'll start on, let's see, May 22nd and 23rd I was back. So 24th, 25th was the weekend. So I worked the 26th, had therapy that day, and my hand swelled up. So I missed that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, worked Friday. Monday, I got in and contacted my regular doctor to see about getting an appointment in for a referral. And spend the whole day Tuesday off last week. It was about 1 o'clock by the time I was able to find the doctor I've got now. Went to work Wednesday. Had the appointment at 1:30 Thursday, so I only worked till 11 o'clock. And that's when as soon as she saw that first x-ray in my hand, she goes, "Hey, Arch, how you doing?" But like I said, as soon as she saw that first x-ray, she really didn't have to keep going. She already goes, "Okay, I see the problem." But she took 2 more x-rays, and it's like, yeah, right then and there. She knew exactly what the problem was with my finger. Why I've been complaining and why it's been hurting. Sorry, Arch, I don't have the P lady. And that sounds like a personal problem to me. No, dancing. She x-rayed my head. She wouldn't find anything but the little cuckoo clock that's sitting there dangling. Put it in the chat what that's a reference to. I want to see how many people know what that is a reference on. You have to be old school Gen X and baby boomer to know what that one is. I don't think anybody's going to know what that reference. X-ray of a head with the cuckoo, the bird, cuckoo clock with the bird sitting there dangling. Hey, it's Robert Mailhouse. How you doing? Oh, there's no cranium problem. I got no problem with it. Information goes in here, swirls around a little bit, and right on out. There's not much in between to stop it. Damn bugs. I hate these damn Volkswagens. Glasses need to get cleaned anyways. But it's definitely been a hot day right now. Last time I checked, let's see what it says. Yeah, my phone's saying it's like 95 degrees. Now, how long ago? I don't know. Let me hit the refresh. I want refresh, not that. There we go. Yep, it's still saying 95 degrees. So it's a hot one here in North Texas right now. I've had the air conditioner going since I've been home, and it's just now starting to get cooled off. But I'm gonna say one of the things I do want to get done is out there. I want to see about getting a little 4x4 shed, 4x4 shed built, and that's where I'm going to start putting all the batteries, the solar inverter, stuff like that. And I'm going to have two solar arrays out there. I'm going to have two inverters. Okay, so one inverter and one solar array. I wish it was that nice and cool here right now. It was muggy yesterday because I got started on working on that. Yeah. Oh, we got the humidity here too, Robert. But I was working on that wood chipper yesterday and found out where the problem was. And it's like, okay, I got that problem resolved, got that charging coil relocated, put the flywheel back on, spun it. Yeah, not a problem. Get my the coil repositioned on there. And about that time, I hear boom. Oh, crap. So I start gathering the tools back up. The charging coil was hitting on the inside of the flywheel. So there's two positions you can mount that charging coil. And I think I had it up on top. That way the wire would go easier. And we're like, okay, fine. Nope. I had to mount it down below with the wire coming around a different way and let it clear. But now the problem that I've got run into is I'm going to have to see about fabricating a different inlet for the branches themselves because the starter was hitting on that. So I took it off, was able to get the starter mounted, but now I'm going to have to get with a place in town to have them fabricate me a different chute and everything. I don't have room in here. And I don't have room really in the other garage either. Because that door in the other garage, it doesn't open up, and I've got stuff already sitting in there. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I don't have room in that one I could drag it through. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, if I was able to, I'd take it in there. But see, that's one thing I'm looking at wanting to do is I want to see about getting I can get a 10 by 12 storage shed built without having to worry about a permit. As far as I know, I'm going to still double check. And I can have that in the backyard. So That's one thing I want to see about doing is getting that out here in the backyard. That way, the mowers, the wood chipper, all my outdoor power tools, get all that put in there. Yep. But it's just the fact is I've got to be able to get out there and get it done. I've been watching some videos on guys building storage sheds, and they've actually come up with some. They found some stuff that's like, oh, I like that. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. So let me get this brought up. Oops, wrong one. So this is what I've been seeing. That, no, that's not what I want. Damn it! I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry about that. That's what I want. Yeah, that's. I've been seeing a lot of the guys, and they've been using these tough blocks, and they're supposed to be pretty tough, even though they're made out of plastic. Um, so what I'm gonna do is need to figure out how many of them I need for the a 10 by 12. Um, and then go from there. I mean, like, yeah, $12 a piece. So I'm looking at what at least around $50 plus tax. You know, around $50 for 4 of them at least. I may need more. I don't know. But see about getting that, marking out the ground where these are gonna have to go, and then it's putting digging. No, what I'll do is on here you've got right here and here, you know, right through here you can have 2x4s go or 2x6 go in this direction or this direction, but right in the middle you can actually put a 4x4 in there. And what you do is you dig down the ground probably by an inch or two, and then you put a whole bunch of uh, not cement, paper, like paper dust. Let me find it. Um, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. So what you do is you take this paper base. It's just a bunch of gravel, basically, and put it down and get it all tamped down. Then you set the other on top of it, and it makes it solidify. So you're basically putting like a powdered gravel and everything down, and then you get, hey, there's UP. How you doing? So, like I said, you put that down, get it all tamped, get it all leveled, and then you put your tough block on top of that. Then you can go, um, you know, put your frame and everything. Get that all taken care of. So that's what I'm gonna see about doing. That's good. I haven't seen you in here in a while. Appreciate you coming in. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna see about doing. Now, one thing I've noticed that some of these guys do is on the front and back frame joists, they actually double them up. So going from side to side, front and back, they actually have them doubled. So may wind up doing that also. I don't know exactly how I'd do that. Yeah, I know. You're kind of like Casper the Ghost. You go everywhere, but you ain't been seen. So, and that, like I said, that's the plan. What I want to try and do is get. I don't know how how it's gonna take me a while. Plus, I got to come up with the decking for it. Then I got to have the money for all the 2x for the walls, and then uh, for the roof. Then I got to have the siding, the roof decking, all that kind of stuff. That's going to, since I got to do it all by myself, it's going to take a while. Because I got to be able to, buy the materials when I can afford it. And that's, on top of all the other bills and dealing with the damn city, which I'm hoping to hear back from uh, the lady from the court and everything tomorrow, because she's going to be talking to the prosecutor and everything else. Because I was supposed to have gotten what they call an indigent hearing, which never got. So if I can get that and get before the judge, that would help. But yeah, like I said, out here, I've got, and then I've also got trying to get the truck all moved, um, because the city's also wanting to be saying about that. Um, saying how it's inoperable. I'm going, oh really? Because it was sitting over there in the corner lot. I put a battery in it, got the transmission line all hooked up, fluid in it, and drove it around to where it was sitting at right now. That's not inoperable. So I definitely I need to get a video saying, oh yeah, this thing's operational because it moves under its own power. It's not a junk motor vehicle. I've got one tire on it that needs to be replaced. It's that left front tire. I tried airing it up. Nah, it didn't want to hold air. And so I'm going to take it next block over to the tire shop, get that tire replaced. I'll drive it flat. Hey, it won't hold air. It's already got sidewall that's, cracking and everything. If I drive it flat and everything, hey, I don't care. It's getting replaced anyways. Flame out. Had a lit too. That's what I'm working on, Art. I'm trying to get that to where I can drive it. I actually did crawl underneath it, not this weekend, but last weekend. And I had one person tell me, yeah, got to pull that transmission because something inside of it broke. I still think it's electrical. But because the truck is the ramps and everything have settled in the ground some, yeah, I don't have enough clearance. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm working on. But hey, Art, it's this right here, which I haven't had. You don't have a truck. I've only got one truck. Now I've got my car that I'm driving. I mean, I've been looking for another, small economical, like SUV, something like that. But gotta have money to purchase it, and I ain't got that. All right, bingo must be over. Either that or Arnie was getting tired enough of winning. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking at different auctions and everything for small little SUV. Art, here you go. I'll take a refill. But no, I really don't need any more because I'm actually working on my second cup and I'm already wired enough as it is. With everything the city's been doing, yeah. There's our, hey, not on Elaine's bingo. No whoop, whoop, whoop here. She must have shut it down early today.
Yeah, she still wasn't feeling the greatest yet.
Ah,
Feeling better than what she was, though.
ah. So was
Hi,
anybody,
everyone.
I was going to say, was anybody keeping up with my numbers since I wasn't even there? I take that as no.
Yeah, I don't even think you won once.
Yeah.
I forgot what your numbers were.
I know Elaine's got them. Say
Yeah,
three. It's 3, 4, 18, 26, and 40. Hey, Randy, you're going to have that Mountain Dew going in the yellow, and you're going to have a lot of it coming out the yellow. Sounds like it. You've had 10 of them.
yeah, nothing else. I'll check replay.
Yeah,
And
okay.
if you did win, I'll let her know.
All right. Oh, I asked a question earlier, and you weren't here.
Yeah.
Because dancing was going, talking about I needed to have my head examined instead of my hand. It's like, hey, if you took an x-ray of my head, it showed the cuckoo clock with the bird dangling. What is that a reference to? Now, like this, Gen X and baby boomers would know that one.
I don't know.
Like I said, that's something only a Gen X and a baby boomer would know what that one's for. But he might, Randy. You never know.
Yeah, Randy, my worker was here while Elaine was on. She was finishing up, and believe it or not, she She cut a couple good ones.
Oh, your worker did? Damn.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear Elaine let one rip. Oh, how's Dot doing?
Dot is back in the hospital, and
Ooh,
I guess where she had a stent for her leg, whatever.
right.
Elaine's not sure if it was infected or what it was, but to me it sounds like infection.
Ooh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah, I know you didn't hear it, but I've got an appointment with the city code supervisor tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to tell him to put his code enforcement guy on a very, very, very short leash. And I'm trying right now to get back in front of the judge dealing with that court case I have when I had to go last month.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's something you don't see. Whole milk in a glass bottle. Did it have the little uh, peel off top and everything? Yes, dancing. This is all being related to the court case and uh, anything else that might be wanting to come up. Arnie, don't blame that on Layla.
It wasn't.
Oh, I got something in yesterday. Um, when I'm ordered it Saturday, and what surprised me was I got both of them are scared of it. I figured they'd both like it. No,
Oh, something for the cats.
yeah, I got them that.
Water fountain.
Yeah, I mean, 3.2 liter water fountain, and I like it. Okay, um, but they're scared of it. It's like, really?
Hmm.
And I'm going, that's tough. They're going to have to deal with it. I ordered it on Saturday because I thought I had a problem with a different problem with that wood chipper, so I had to order something else. What that came in and everything because this is what I want up ordering. What I'm ordering me it's standard and metric Helen because I was thinking, oh man, I've got to be able to take that cutter head and everything off. I think it's a 6 millimeter, and I don't have a 6 millimeter Allen. I kept looking and looking, like, nope, that's the one size I don't have. So I wound up ordering that, and then I ordered that water fountain and everything. That came in. Then come to find out, no, it's something totally different. I'm not getting rid of the tools because I can always use that.
Yeah.
That's nice, Randy. How much is aluminum going for up there right now? I don't know what aluminum cans are going for right now here.
I have no idea.
I haven't taken any in a while. I've got one bag that needs to come out. I got one sitting out here. Um,
I
I've
know.
got a few others that a couple other bags that I need to get taken over.
Alexa, what is the price of aluminum cans per pound?
Here's something I found on the web. According to resourcerecycling.com, aluminum cans are selling for about 73.31 cents per pound, compared to 74.63 cents last month, or a drop of less than 2%.
Wow, almost $1 a pound.
That's almost 75. Well, almost 75 cents a pound. Yeah, that's art. It was a set of Allen sockets. They're in 3/8 drive, and ordered them on Saturday night, and actually had them by about almost 9 o'clock Sunday morning off Amazon. Like I said, I thought I was going to need these for the 6mm, be able to take that cutter head and everything off. Come and find out it was the other. Right. So 65 to 70 cents here a pound. That's still quite a bit, because last time I took some in, I think it was about 48, 49 cents a pound. And that was, of course, last year.
Yeah.
I mean, now I've still got these, never been, haven't opened them up, but it's like, that's okay. I'll still be able to use them. I guess I can always show the other stuff that came in. Now, this some other stuff I ordered also at Amazon. Now, since I'm going from 12 to 24 volt on my solar, I actually get a reducer. Okay.
Yeah.
And what this does is it converts it. I don't know if it'll show up and everything, but it'll convert from 24 volt. Yeah. The input's 24, output's 12 volt. So I'll get this wired up and everything. Another thing that I want to finding, I like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh.
Kind of an unboxing right now.
Oh, what is with this chair?
Damn. I got this tape on here. Good. What this is for is like when you go, if you've got hinges to put on something and you get it marked, but it's, a pain to try and get the hole directly in the center. So what you've got is these sets here. Let me open this up again. My knife again. But what you do is you get the whatever size bit and hole. So I'm just going to take one out to show you. Okay, this is a 1/4 inch right here. Let me go solo on this. All right, so this is a 1/4 inch, as you can read
Yeah.
on. All right, so you put your hinge right where you need it to be. This right here, you actually put it in the hole of the hinge, and the drill bit is centered. So when you start, you put it on there, you push down, and that part springs back, and the drill bit itself comes out. So it's like, yeah, that's something I really like. I mean, you got all the different sizes, and it comes with, you get extra drill bits with it. Nice little package too.
Yeah.
But you get the little Allen wrench also that comes with it. Say bit breaks, when the drill bits break or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is nice. I like these. I saw them. They weren't expensive either. I forget how much. We'll go back on and look here in a minute. Hang on, let me get back to the other. And I'll show. I'll find it on Amazon to show y'all. But the other, one of the other items I got was this right here. It's a drill counter sink bit set, and it's like that will work. I like that. I've been wanting to see about getting some of these. These will come in handy.
Yeah.
And another thing is, there's a 3-piece set right there. It's 3 different sizes. And that's this is what it is. Okay, it's a little ruler. It's set for both SAE and metric. And the nice thing about it is, say you've got a piece of wood that you need to know exactly, you've got to measure over so far from the edge to have it marked, and you got to have it go all the way down. So what you do is you loosen up these little thumb wheels, and then you slide this over to whatever measurement you want. So say I need it at 5 inches, okay? So there's my 5-inch mark. Tighten these down. What you do is you put this right here up against the edge of your wood. So you're having it, this way. So now you're going 5 inches. There's a little, you see the little V slot and everything? That's where you put your pencil or whatever, and you sit there and you can mark all the way down. It'll be right at your 5-inch mark. And don't get me to learn how to say it, the shimmy. But these were in, I looked up woodworking tools. These are actually in the clearance. Mimi. Hey, Roadrunner.
Hi, Roadrunner.
All right. Yeah. But with that right there, it's going to be, say you got several of them that you've got to do. Set it and forget it, basically. So here's this one here. That's on the measure. $20 for 3 of them. So you get a 6, 8, and 12 inch. Actually, I had the 6 inch inside. I think, yeah, that was the 8. I still got the 12 inch over here. All right, Randy, you have a good night.
Bye, Randy.
Yep. And one thing I didn't realize is, yeah, you had an option, either in red or get it in black. Same price. But me, nah, I like the red better. So there was that one. Like I said, that was, oh, yes, car is unloaded of cardboard boxes. All right, so the self-centering bits.
I'm doing okay, Roadrunner. I was just like dragged out yesterday.
But yeah, so the self-centering bits, yeah. So the 1/4 inch is the biggest, so it goes 5/64 all the way up. They even got a 5mm in there. All right, hey, $18. Figure why not? I mean, that's like it comes with the extra bits and the Allen wrench to be able, say you got to change them out. Um, so the countersink ones. Oh, I didn't even realize it. Oh, I have to open that up because it comes in its own little plastic case. Yeah, I mean that was $30 for them alone. But hey, for 15 piece, yeah, I think that's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm as much as I'm gonna be wanting to be doing on my trying to get back to my woodworking, everything. Yeah, that's definitely gonna come in handy.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh.
And then the other thing I got was that little reducer or step down, $21, and that's not bad. And that's giving me 30 amps. So I mean that'll give me plenty of power right there. That's just for 12 volts. So I'm gonna enjoy that. All right. Unfortunately, yeah, I did have the coffee and it's starting to go through me. Y'all chat amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Right, sorry about that. But yeah, I figured, usually I know I do a video of unboxing everything, but I've been doing that and not really been having a lot of views on it, so I figured, man, screw it. But now the other thing I've got that's coming in, I do have something coming in Wednesday. And everything. So that's going to be dealing with the solar system. Yeah, like I said, I don't get a lot of views on that, so I figured, screw it. Why do it if nobody really wants to look? But this is what I'm upgrading to. Oh yeah, I'm going to be using the tool. I'm going to be using it for sure. Now I've been looking at all the different inverters, all-in-one stuff like that, and actually found one that putting out a little bit more. Yeah, I know. That's why, hey, I was using my tools, my Harbor, all the Harbor Freight tools on a Harbor Freight product, trying to get that other done, except for one,
Yeah.
which I don't have the Bauer 3/8 impact. Got the half inch, but not the 3/8. But I was trying to do everything using nothing but Harbor Freight. I did have to use my Cobalt impact on that. But like I said, I did find one that was a 4,200 watt inverter. The only problem is when I scroll down looking at it, yeah, it had the little yellow box and everything. Item frequently returned. No. And a lot of the others I looked at were like 3,000 watts. I'm going, that's not a lot, considering the fact of what I'm wanting to do. The plan is right now, okay, I'm fixing to have this one in the garage, and I'm actually going to have it hooked up to a sub panel. So I'll have 110 power there. Hey, I can run 110 power almost anywhere I want to now, out there in the other garage. But eventually, what I'm wanting to do is have 2 solar arrays, 2 of these, and all that, get everything put in a little 4x4 shed, and then run power from that into the garage. So I'll still have my 12 volt. I'll run that in there also, along with 220 or 240 power. So I'll run my power and everything. I'll figure out what size wire I'm going to need, which I probably have. That way I can run one inverter for one leg of the sub panel, the second inverter to run to the other leg. That way I've got a true 240 power in the garage. Hey, that means that I'm going to have enough power if I need to. I can actually run my air compressor out there with no problem. Because I don't, now I could go to 48 volt system, but that's a problem. Let's bring it up. Trying to remember what the hell it is. I know it. That's it. No, I don't want to. Yeah, this is one of them I'm finding. And this is the main reason why I'm not going 48 volt. For one battery, $900. Just for one battery. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah. And that doesn't include the inverter. Okay.
Of course, with that battery, there'll be several smaller batteries inside of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've seen ones that did teardowns of them.
Oh yeah, I've seen them also. So now this one's not a bad price. If I wanted to go 48 volt. I mean, you got the lead time. This is a 48 and everything. So I still have to have two of them. We're talking $670. Whereas that one that I'm getting is $369. Say 370. Yeah, that's why, Bill, I'm going to be having the enough batteries and everything. That's why I'm going to get my little 4x4 shed built. That way, one side is set up for nothing but one battery bank, and then the other side is set up for the other. If I do it right and everything, I'm going to have enough battery power. And then on top of that, I'm going to have the solar panels that are going to be producing enough power to keep those batteries charged. And since I'm not going to be in there for maybe, evening time, and hell, I don't know, I might, be able to run, be out there for doing some live streams, but it's not right now because it's a 10 building. I'm not going to get out there in the summertime. I'm going to be out here where I got the air conditioner going. But I mean, there's that right there. So say two of those, that's still, that's still quite a bit of money. And it's at 7,000 watts. Okay. By having the other, I'm going to be having 7,200 watts. So yeah, 200 more watts, but it's a lot cheaper. But it's also the fact having something like this, then you're going to have a lot more solar panels to be able to get that 48 volt power to even supply the power to keep the batteries charged.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, it's like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. Now here's one here I have looked at. It's a 6,500 watt. Now it's a split phase. What that means is it'll output 110 and 220. But is it worth $1,350? just to get 6,500 watts. They're like, and that's 48 volt. But saying rated output power 6,500 watt, max peak power 13,000. But yeah, true. It is. It is expensive on some of this stuff, Art. I'll agree on that. I mean, I started off small, and now I could have stayed with the 12 volt system, but my God, everything else for 12 volt. Oh God, just to have it, no. And the bad part is, you have to have a lot thicker wire. So the wire is going to be a lot more. Oh. So let me see if I can. Yeah. Now, here's one here. You saw how much, that other would be. Now, if I just stuck with the 12 volt, I get a 12 volt, 5,000 watt, but $778. Now, it is set up for with a hardwire terminal. So in other words, yeah, I can have two of these and be able to run my 220, 240. But my God, we're talking $778. Then on top of that, I'm going to have a lot thicker wire.
Yeah.
Because the lower the voltage, pushing that many amps, it's going to have a lot thicker wire. And that doesn't even have the charge controller to be able to charge the batteries. So basically, this is 2.5 times bigger than the one that I've been using. And it's like, yeah, no. So if you look at the price of two of those the 24 volt ones, the 3,600 watts, at $370, that's still what, $740? And it has a charge controller built in. Now, I'm good with going this way. And I can run on a smaller wire. But the one thing that they do talk about is for every 1,000 watts of inverter size, you need at least one battery. So for that one there, it would take 5 100 amp hour batteries at least. Right now I'm on 6. But considering the fact that I'm fixing to be, switching from the 12 to 24, I'm at 3,200. Well, I should actually have 8 batteries, which in another month or two, I'll be able to order those. That way I can be actually having those, 8 batteries in total, but that's only going to give me 400 amp hours because it'll be only 4 sets of batteries. So I'm connecting 2 at a time. Yeah. I did watch a video where it shows to connect. You can get a 24-volt battery with 4 batteries, 4 12-volt batteries. Connect 2 of them in series. So you connect these 2 in series, these 2 in series, and then you parallel them together. And you still get 24 volt, but you still got the 20. Like I said, you still have 24 volts. But I'm gonna have to upgrade my solar system as far as panel wise. That's going to get made bigger. I mean, yeah, some of this is spending money on, but I guarantee you one thing: it's still going to be a lot cheaper than call an electric company out to put a pole in and buying the wire. Hell, I was already looking at what $2,000 just for say run the wire from there over to the house and a what I say, a 50 amp breaker that may or may not last.
Yeah.
That was almost $2,000 for all that. Plus digging the trench, laying the conduit and everything out. Yeah, no. Because that was just running that. Say if I want to run off my panel in the house, I still have to have a permit to run off of that all the way to that garage. And on top of that, it's $2,000. Or have an electric company come in and put a pole, run wire from that into the garage. Well, okay, fine. I've got, I'm on the grid. But that includes then having a monthly electric bill, which that right there is about $150 to $200 a month, no matter what amount I use. So if I get it put in, that doesn't include the pole, which I gotta go buy, get it brought over here, dig the hole, which I think has to be about 4 feet deep, something like that. And then, then they have to hook up, then I gotta run the wire and everything. No. That still includes running a trench with conduit. That's a lot of work. And you got to dig that trench at least 2 foot deep. And you're looking at least a 2-inch conduit and everything to run it all in. Yeah, no. I'm getting too old to be able to do that crap right now. I mean, yeah, I could do it and everything, but no. Damn. Something around here had to have died. Oh, I know what it is. That would explain why I've got so damn many flies. Yeah, because the damn sewer line in the back. They got that all fixed over the weekend. That's probably why I've been having all these damn flies coming in, because that damn sewer line's been backed up. No, I bet it's all because they've been having a convention right out back here. That's why I get so many of them popping, because I got so many flying around.
haven't seen seen the bird flying.
I think the bird flew the coop. I haven't seen that bird in here since that day.
Yeah.
But art, you know, the one, like I was explaining before when I got started on all this, yeah, it's costing money up front and everything, but still in the long run, it's still going to come out cheaper. I don't have to worry about an electric bill or anything else. And you don't have to worry about as much work. Now, the inverter I've got and the charge controller, I'm keeping that. Okay. I can always use that for something else. So say I get that little shed and everything built. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't run out of power. But what I'm thinking is that little shed I want to get built just for having, be able to put the mowers in, the wood chipper. See, that's where I got a backup plan on something like that. Is that I actually have, you know, get a couple of batteries and maybe a couple of panels, a couple of 100-watt panels, get it all set up. I'll power up that little shed. I don't know, I might just have it set up where it's even got a little window unit, everything in there. And hey, I might wind up putting the computer and stuff like that on in there. And that might be the new Mater's workshop right there. That might be where I start doing all my live streams. That could happen. Just a little 10 by 12. Wouldn't have to worry about a big area to try and keep cool or a big area to keep warm. I'll make sure I have it all insulated.
I've seen some people, I've seen somewhere they put like a small heater in the shed just so that the batteries stay warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the winter months, that is.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. What kind of heater do you think I'm going to be using for winter time if I have that shit? Oh, like, hey, it'd be nice to have that shit built before winter gets here. Be running my diesel heater.
Yeah.
That runs off of 12 volt. That don't pull that many amps either. I think it's 45 watts is all it pulls.
Which is like kind of equivalent to an oil furnace in a way, because oil furnace that took diesel.
Yeah. And the thing about it is for a 10 by 12, I mean, because I've got a, 400 square foot garage here. I'm using the one diesel heater. It takes a while to keep it warm or get it warmed up. It barely keeps it warm. Of course, this thing's all open. But
Yeah.
get the kit and everything built, get it insulated, all sealed up. Hey, I can run that thing on low where it won't pull that much power and everything. Hey, that thing ain't gonna hardly pull any power, ain't gonna hardly use any diesel. Hell, one tank might last a whole damn week in there. If depending upon how much I'm in it.
Did you ever think of like maybe house wrapping the garage?
I'm not gonna be able to do that. It's all wood siding. Plus, main problem I've got is on the other side, because in fact, this is sitting on, dirt and gravel. Okay, bless you. And again, and again.
Ah.
Call it. That's Arnie, not Crystal. But no, one of the problems I've got is with that water, it's coming in, from the outside. So
Yeah.
it rotted away the bottom boards.
Oh.
So I've got bottom boards, so this garage is not even sealed up.
Yeah.
That's why I've been working on it, trying to get things done, but I got so much to do in here. That's why I'm going, hey, I get that little 10 by 12 shed and everything built. It would be perfect, like I said, putting the mowers in, putting the wood chipper in it, and I can even hang up that pole saw, put both my chainsaws in there and everything. I mean, that's a little workbench put in there also. Hey, I'd have, half of it for the, for having, I could put this desk out there. And that one right there, yeah, I'd have no problem. 2,000 watt inverter, couple of batteries, a couple of solar panels, I'd have plenty of power.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I'd have to, have out there, power-wise, and the lights and everything would be all the 12 volt. They don't pull that much. So the only thing that'd be pulling the most power would be the inverter itself, if I need to have it on. I mean, hell, having the 2 panels, 200 watts. I mean, that was when I had those 6 in line and everything in parallel. Now that thing, those 6 right there, they were putting out almost 30 amps of power, keeping the batteries charged up. Yeah. But Arch, no, it just depends upon, how much power you're going to need. I mean, I can understand, you being out there all day long, okay? So you would have to have a bigger system than what I'm going to have, except for the other garage. Oh, and by the way, Art, you're going to be jealous when I show that new toy I've got, which is still got to get everything set up in the other garage. You're going to be jealous of that. There's another one getting zapped.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I'm looking over here, and there's about 8 or 9 of them flying around my empty bowl. Now I got one right here I got to take inside also, but I got one over there. It's like, I'm glad I'm through with my food. I'm glad I'm done with that bowl. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, I'll get that, 10 by 12 all set up. I mean, hell, 6 feet of it. Hell, even 8. We're having just the, I'm going to need, maybe 6 feet of it just for both the mowers and, not even that much. I can fold those handles up, put them in there, fold the handle up, and the wood chipper, that's not even half that size of that shed. I still got enough room for, having a nice little workbench put in there. Put my tape, put this desk and everything in out there by a window. Or have the window off to the side. Still run my 12-volt lighting. Yeah. I think I'd still have enough power for that. Ding, ding. Yeah, but tomorrow I need to stop by another part for the city, because the office where I went to today, that's where they had permit department at. So if you wanted to build something, you went and asked them there. They're not in there anymore. They're in a different location. So I got to go there tomorrow, then back over to code enforcement. And so I still want to double check to make sure if I need a permit for a 10 by 12. Because I know for a while, a 10 by 12 did not need a permit as long as it was a single story shed in the backyard.
Probably do. I remember when we put up a couple of prefab sheds, we needed a permit for those. Those were less than 10 by 12.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, each state is different. Each city's got their own ordinance on that. I said, I know I talked to the guy years ago, and he was going, yeah, I could put up a 10 by 12. Don't have to worry about a permit. But anything bigger than that, then yes, I would have to have a permit. So if I wanted to, say a 12 by 12, then yeah, I'm going to have, permit. But on something like that, I'd probably go 12 by 16. Because that means don't have to worry about cutting up as much plywood for the flooring.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out.
Hey.
Let me go over here and take a look. Oh. All right, so Troy is still there. Good. Go talk to him.
I picked up some little tins from Walmart that were on clearance, so I'm putting all my flash drives in them.
Okay.
Before I had them in a couple of little baskets, and when I was looking for one, I had to look at each and every one for the size that I wanted.
Got his email. just wound up sending him an email. Yeah, that same way here, Bill. The setback has to be at least 10 feet off the property line.
Yeah, that sounds normal.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
I know. I can't type, the way I normally would. All right. Okay. So I sent an email off to the guy that deals with all that. So he'll get it, and hopefully he'll let me know tomorrow. That means I wouldn't have to worry about going and seeing him. It's like, hey, do I need a permit for, building it? It's like, hey, I know 3 years back you said no. I just want to see if it changed. Oh, okay. I know I didn't open up the box earlier. Let's see how these look. Oh, I can already tell. Nope, I'm not going to be needing that box. I like this. Hey, it comes in its own little plastic case.
Yeah.
And it's, man, I'm going to make myself big on this one. Because on the side, you got the lock and everything. Slide that down. I guess, or was it already? Right, it was already unlocked. All right, so it comes with a couple extra collars and everything. Locking collars. Okay. So you got the different, comes with the different sizes. That's just, I like that. Some of them are, now there's 5 of them that are already set up, which already got the countersink set on there. I don't see an, oh yeah, there is an Allen wrench in here. Okay, so you got the Allen wrench to loosen and be able to adjust the depth and everything. I like that. But everything is in its, own little place. I like that. This one's not that expensive either. It comes with a little extension. You got a couple of Phillips bits also. Oh, that's what the other's for. The hole plugs. So now you got the 5 different countersink bits, but you got a couple of regular drill bits also. A couple of hole plugs to be able to drill. You got the Allen wrench, and then you've got a couple of Phillips bit and everything. All in a nice little plastic container. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the extra stop collars in. I like that. So that's definitely going to come in handy. You know, one thing, this Fortress air compressor is probably going to get used quite a bit. Once I get started on getting that that shed built, be using the air nailer. And no, I'm not talking about using the brad nailer. No, that ain't going to work.
Yeah.
So probably, and that's I don't know if I still have one or not. I think I still have my air nailer. I'll have to double check and make sure on. Because I know that my other truck I had, one I wound up selling, I had it and something else. I don't remember what was in there. Someone actually broke into it sitting on the side of the house and stole one of them. Like, man, you talking about being pissed when I found out about that? It's like, yeah. Someone literally walked up into the driveway with truck sitting there parked right next to the house and broke the window out just to get into it and steal stuff. I'm not being pissed.
Yeah, it's like last year, finding a smashed window on my mom's car. And it's been sitting in the driveway.
Yep.
So now what I did is I took the car in. It's more in line with the neighbor's doorbell. So if someone mess with it, the neighbor's doorbell will catch footage.
Oh, they got one of those Ring doorbell cameras.
Yeah.
That'll work. I guess that's something I'm gonna have to be investing in. You know, here with everything that's going on is doing that. You know, and speaking of which, that's something that really got me was with the city. One of the things that they were talking about as far as dealing with the junk motor vehicle, the way they've gotten everything in there says, oh, it helps promote vandalism. I'm going, how in the hell does it help that? I put up a brand new fence in the back and someone decided to get out there and spray paint it. Not even a week after I had it up. How in the hell is a brand new fence promote vandalism? They spray painted on the garage over there on the outside, in the alleyway. So Me putting that fence up, that promoted it compared to a car that's just sitting there. No. And I did contact another attorney. Actually emailed them earlier this month. Haven't heard anything back. So I did call them to see what they have to say. I want to talk to them. I definitely want to talk to an attorney. Yeah. The only thing is, I'm going to build it. I don't want them to come.
So, like, even if you were into like auto racing, they'll want a race car sitting there.
No. Oh, I had one sitting there on the trailer, one I was going to build up and everything, but didn't have the funds available. And they complained about that being a junk motor vehicle because it was inoperable. I'm going, it's not designed to be on the road. It was just sitting on my trailer. He complained about that even.
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, my truck, I had it sitting out over here in the driveway where I got my mom's car. He complained about that because the tags were out on it. Say it's an inoperable junk motor vehicle. Yeah, let him try it now. It's like, no, these things are not inoperable. And that's the first thing in the definition. The first part is inoperable. They've yet to provide proof it's inoperable. Because it's not junked, it's not wrecked, it's not being disassembled, it's not sitting up on blocks. None of that. And it'll move under its own power. All right, then show me the law saying I'm required to keep tags up on a vehicle I'm not driving on the road. That's sitting on private property. That's why I want to have that meeting with that code enforcement supervisor tomorrow.
Yeah. And a race car, the only time you get money for that is like if you're in and out there racing.
Yeah, but you gotta, if you're out there racing, depending upon what kind of race car it is, you've got to, be in a position where you can win money.
Yeah.
So if you're not out there winning money, then you're not making anything. You're spending more than what you're you're spending more than what you're getting in. There's a lot of guys like that, unfortunately. Because when I was dirt track racing, I mean, hell, you had to be in the top 10 or top 15 just to get money. And I think if you were at the very bottom, you barely got your money back that you spent for getting into that night. I know that right now, I think, I know at Kennedale, if you're running the 305 sprint car and you wind up winning, you only get $1,000. That's it, $1,000. And I guarantee you that a lot of those guys, they spend more. I mean, they're going to spend $60,000, $70,000 on a car. They're not going to win. They'd have to win every single night for about 3 years just to get the money back.
Yeah.
and that's it. There was one guy, William Gould, okay? He drove all the way from Oklahoma down here to race. So he's driving at least hour and a half one way. If he didn't win, there's the gas money going from there down here and then back, plus whatever cost in fuel for running that night. Hey, Woody.
Hey, Woody.
Well, you missed everything. You'll have to go back to the very beginning to hear my ranting and raving and everything going on. But yeah, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Hey, and the last time I looked, I'm only 7 away from hitting 1,000. So make sure to share this out, which I didn't even do myself, which I should have done. All right, that's getting done. Woody, that's what I'm trying to do.
No.
Trust me, I'm definitely trying to get the city of Venice. Right now they're doing an FAFO, and they're definitely FAFOing. I'm fixing to bring the boom down on them. I've got a meeting tomorrow with the supervisor for code enforcement. I'm going to tell him to put his dog on a short leash. And I hope like hell Nathan's there, because I'm going to tell him to shut the hell up. But nobody yanked his chain.
It's like earlier I got a scam call. Scammer wanted to argue. So I just said to him, keep on talking. You're making great content for my YouTube channel. Click. He hung up.
What I want to do is I start getting some of these phone calls and everything. What I want to do is go in and find a translation to go from English to German and start answering it all in German.
Oh, Google can do that.
Oh yeah, I know. No, I'm not going to wind up in jail. Not yet, at least. Besides, I don't want to have the that silver wrist jewelry, and I definitely don't look good all in orange. And I'm about this close of all right, that's fine. But I'm about that close of having a one-on-one conversation with that judge. This is the one I've had to deal with for years. I don't think he lets anybody off. He doesn't find anybody innocent of anything. He finds them guilty, I think, no matter what. That way, the city of Venice has got money coming in.
Yeah, I think that's what most of them look at these days is how much money can they pull in.
Yeah, how much money can they rob from the people of the city? That's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find a damn attorney that would listen to me and take this on. That's the whole thing is I'm trying to find, an attorney that would listen to me and be willing to take this on and fight the damn city about it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like she's saying is they didn't write anything down. Nothing was recorded. Let's see. You want to know what my defense is?
Hey guys, going on a little bit of a test drive. As you can tell, hey, it's running. This is not inoperable. So I gotta try and this is in my mom's car. So I'm gonna take it for a little drive. Drive to the other side of the house. I got a couple of flat tires. It's moving under its own power. Hey, look at this.
Mind you, I'm not even out there on the street. I'm actually going in my front yard.
Yeah.
Bottoming out. But yeah, I've got it running. It's operational. Yeah, just want to show you that I just moved it from over there to over here, and the city's saying it's an inoperable car. I think I've got you proven wrong on this. All right, guys, going on a little bit of a test drive. As you can
So, well, that's why I'm trying to get a hold of an attorney, dancing. And all of them, actually went, I did a Google search for attorneys near me and went to his little website and everything. They said, okay, we found one all the way up in Dallas. And I talked to the guy, and this was right after, I know, right after my court date. Never heard anything back from him. I called about 3 or 4 times trying to talk to the guy. Never called me back. Then Crystal talked to one that's there at the church. And he's basically going, I don't know what to do. I can't help you.
In other words, he didn't want to take it.
Yeah. He actually referred me to a different one. I sent him an email back on the 2nd of June. I called him today and said, hey, I haven't heard anything back. What's going on? Yeah. They said that it's it's a junk motor vehicle because it has expired tags. And that's the whole thing. They're wanting to say because it has expired tags. So let me bring it up here. All right, this is what the city says. Division 2, Section 13-116 of the City of Ennis Nuisance Ordinance defines a junk motor vehicle as a vehicle that is inoperative. All right, that's the first thing. They're saying inoperative. That's the first thing that has to be proven. It's not inoperative. It does not have lawfully affixed to it either an unexpired license plate or valid motor vehicle safety inspection certificate. Well, okay, I don't have that because it's not my vehicle. I can't get insurance on it to get the inspection and get the tax. My insurance company won't do that. This is that is wrecked. Well, it's not wrecked. It's not dismantled or partially dismantled or discarded. It says, or that remains inoperable for a continuous period of more than 45 days. No. But it says on there, a junk motor vehicle is detrimental to the safety and welfare of the public, tends to reduce the value of private property, invites vandalism, is a fire hazard, it is an attractive nuisance, creating a hazard to the health and safety of minors. Parents, keep your dumb ass kids at home. Plain and simple. All right, now at the bottom says, how can I correct a junk motor vehicle violation? First, demonstrate to code enforcement officer that the vehicle is mechanically operative. If the vehicle is mechanically operative, runs and drives, then the vehicle is not a junk motor vehicle. My only problem is I wanted recording that video 2 days after the court date, so I didn't get a chance to show. And besides, I asked them. They can't prove it's inoperable. The city's never proved it's an inoperable vehicle just because it's got expired tax. I go out there and start it up right now. My motorcycle, I've not ridden that since what, February? Beginning of February?
I think so.
Does that make it inoperable because I haven't driven it? Right now, since I've had the operations, especially on my hand since the 13th, I cannot physically ride the bike. Okay. This, having the carpal tunnel surgery and then have to go in for this surgery, and I still don't have full function of the hand. Throttle and brake is with this hand here. I can't do that. It's not safe for me to ride the bike with the way my hand is. I got there, started up. I started up the other day. Dancing, like I said, there's no law requiring me to do that. I've asked them several times, and I even have it on video. Both times I had to go before going to court. Third time, what is the ordinance, city, county, state, or federal ordinance that requires me to keep tags up on a vehicle on private property that is not driven on the street? They can't answer that. They can't say what the ordinance is. I have not renewed the tags on the bike because I don't know when it'll be before I'm able to ride it again. With everything going on, me have to come up with another surgery. So yeah, I don't know when I'll be back on the bike. When I feel safe to get back on the bike and everything, then yeah, I will. Oh, I told him that damn thing. I told the prosecutor, yes, it will run. Got video of it. Well, the thing is, I didn't have video of the day of the court. And I asked them flat out, I said, when's the city ever come out to do a mechanical inspection of it to see if it is operable or not? They go, that's not our job. Well, then how do you not know? How do you know it's not inoperable? If the city's never done a mechanical inspection of it, how do you know? The city's never proven it. The city's never proven it's an inoperable vehicle. Yeah. All right. Well, it's already after 8 o'clock. I've got to get Gatorade done, get the trash and everything taken care of. I get ready because I don't know what happened on the phone this morning, but neither one of us heard the alarm going off. And yeah, it was like 5:15 this morning. Crystal goes, "Hey, see what time it is?" Oh crap!
Uh-oh.
I had half a cup of coffee this morning before having to head out to work. That's not good when I only have half a cup, and usually I have 2 in the mornings. Yeah. All right, Arnie, you got any final words?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night, and maybe, hopefully, I'll be live tomorrow night. I know I wasn't live Sunday.
Well, hopefully Arnie will be live and maybe give us an update on how Layla's doing and everything.
I have a video update posted.
Okay.
Wednesday, Layla goes for the procedure.
Okay. Have to let us know how that goes. But anyways, I'll try and keep everybody up to date. Let everybody know Wednesday. I might even do a video. I might take my camera with me tomorrow to record that meeting. Since it is in public and everything, and I'm also able to legally I can film city workers doing their job, and my meeting with him is his job. So yeah, I'll see if I take my camera with me tomorrow. Yeah, that way that video will get posted up on YouTube. Anyways, hopefully everybody keep you entertained and updated and everything. Y'all stay safe. Have a good night. God bless, and I will see y'all Wednesday night.
Good night, everyone.
Yep, so, good night, everyone.